Okay. I'm gonna roll the cube and see what I get.
And now
Oh,
Twitch
we're
can
on
hear
Hi,
me.
Twitch.
Hey,
Oh,
Twitch.
Hi,
Twitch.
Twitch.
You exist, Twitch. Hi.
Happy birthday to Art!
Happy
To
birthday!
me.
Happy birthday!
Yay! And it's
Thank you
also
all.
almost our anniversary. It's
Yay.
been a year.
Woo woo!
1 year of Chthon the Beast Sage.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It
Insane.
is crazy.
Although this feels like less of a year than basically any other year might have been.
This is true.
Yeah, true.
That's fair.
Apparently, the difference between conjure minor elementals and summon elemental is literally one big monster, one big spirit, or like a bunch of little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
you can
tracks.
also, one of the options for conjure minor elementals is just one of them.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's really
You just
good.
have a specific kind of made up elemental spirit for the one, and then the other one is just pick any, and it has to be this challenge rating or lower.
Wow.
Yeah.
King!
Yeah.
Thanks, D&D spells. Thank you, wizards.
I like that when they made Tasha's, they were like, you know what we need? The same spell, but again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Help. It's again.
Help,
It's
it's
again.
again!
Oh, it's again.
Last time was quite an episode. It was a lot of talk, quite a session, lots of talking. Lots and lots of conversations. Ellie and Journey had a long conversation with the witch Hazel.
Yeah, we did.
Sure did.
About a bunch of things that I definitely remember.
We talked about the fairy gates and the fact that Alion was going around opening them. We talked about Nalim and Alion and the Marquis Amon and Ellie's history with Ravana and with Nalim. We talked about boons and what they could be used for versus favors. We talked about the See Your Double Dreams and Sorry You Panicked. And in broad strokes, that was a lot of what we talked about.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sorry.
Revealing the fact that Nalim started dreaming of the skull thing with closed eyes.
Mhm.
Which is a symbol that you all have seen before.
Yeah.
In a shrine
Dark Season Beast!
in the Dark Season Beast's cave. And then Willow was having kind of a bad day. So she called
Really?
her only friend.
The only one she's got.
The only friend that she has. And also
Which
her
is-
enemy,
Yeah.
Bennu. Who genuinely was not there. Was halfway across ferry. And then Willow wanted to call Bennu. And then there she was. And then they fought for a little bit.
I
And
am
Bennu
honest.
couldn't get a hit in. Because she rolled
Nope.
shit.
I am honestly surprised Bennu wasn't more upset, because they were halfway across ferry, and
Bennu wasn't having a good time. To be
no,
fair.
Bennu. Yeah, but yeah, I guess.
Bennu was doing bad. It turns out when you're on your own and like you're the only one making concentration checks to see, constitution saving throws to see if fairy eats you, you get eaten a lot more often.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Willow called Bennu, and then they fought, and then Bennu asked what was wrong because
Yeah.
it was a really flimsy excuse.
What are you talking about? No, it's not.
And Bennu agreed to represent Autumn in the tournament.
Did that happen? Did I miss
That did
fuck
happen.
yeah, that happened.
That
Yeah,
happened.
she said she would do it, and that if she won, I could have her boon.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wait, sorry, repeat that?
She said she was going, if she won the tournament, Willow could have her reward of the boon or the favors.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
She doesn't really want them.
I guess that actually makes a kind of sense.
She doesn't want to be more entangled with Fairy.
Yeah. No, that makes a perfect amount of sense.
And so they were jostling each other. They were jostling each other, walking off back into the main court of Autumn.
For that entire scene, I just have flirt fight written down.
Flirt fight.
Flirt fight. We will.
Hey, quick interruption.
Yes.
My apologies. You know how I was saying that these dice are like definitely misprints?
Yeah.
This one's definitely a misprint. Because I'm seeing 2 19s, 3 20s,
It's
3
Are you rolling-
1s.
Are you rolling
just
loaded
a
dice?
cheater. It's just a cheater dice.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Look at this.
Oh. Hmm. What is that? What the
Anyway, yeah, sorry. Keep talking about how Benny's gonna be gay for Willow or whatever.
I wasn't actually going to talk about that. I was going to say we're not going to come back to them. I feel like we haven't heard from Arkin in a while, but Arkin's just chilling.
Can confirm Arkin is chillin'.
Yeah, Journey and Ellie. What's the timeline on this, I wonder? I think do we have like a timeline of when in the there's no day, but whether or not these things were happening concurrently.
Yeah. I know.
We got up when we woke up and asked those questions, which took maybe half an hour to an hour of time.
And Willow went to sit under a tree.
I also spent some time trying to befriend people and failing.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah. So the Bennu thing probably happened much later. Yeah. Journey and Ellie. You get out of your talk with the witch Hazel. She freaked the fuck out a little bit. You were able to calm her down.
Well, that was more information than I was expecting.
It was both more and less than I wanted. But to be expected, I suppose.
I guess.
I'm sorry, I'm very in my head at the moment.
You're fine. I'm just... That was a lot, and I'm a little worried now. As if I wasn't worried before, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I have finally resolved my plans for the future in regards to this catastrophe of a tournament.
Oh?
I think there's little I can do except watch and wait for any disaster. That and ensure Willow knows any boundaries so as not to, I don't know, incur the wrath of a fairy lord. There's a reason I asked about what those things can do.
I see. I thought about sitting on the sidelines for this one. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I can. I'm probably gonna go back to the Witch Hazel and enter later today.
something both you and Willow should do then is have pre-picked ideas for what you're going to ask for in the circumstance that you win.
Yeah.
Because you want to get those out of the way right away.
We can
Picture a
about
boon,
this.
picture 4 favors,
3.
get them
Three.
three favors, get them clear in your head. 3, sir. You have
Yeah.
some time, I suppose, to figure that out, but I wouldn't count on any amount of it. So
It's true enough. I'll talk with Willow, see if we want to align what we're thinking of, or just freeball it. Because that seems to work here. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah. Oh,
it was a joke journey. It was a joke journey. I'm not gonna.
I'm usually better at reading those.
It's fine. No, we'll figure it out. This place makes me more nervous than I'd like it to, but
You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna go sit in our tent and just meditate. I have nothing else I want to do here.
all right.
There's nothing I can do here until the tournament starts.
I'll see you later then. I think I'm gonna go find Willow.
Be careful.
Yeah, I will. Won't be going outside the bounds of this place, so. But
All right, Ellie, roll a luck check for me.
oh, I haven't rolled my d20s tonight. Uh-oh. Oh, 13.
13. You're not able to find Willow.
Mm.
But I feel like you get distracted a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There are some younger looking Fae that are playing like playing a little game. They're like
Aw.
playing kickball. And I think they rope you into kickball.
Oh shit. All right. Cool. Then I just play kickball.
Journey, what are you meditating on back at the tent?
Journey is actually kind of he is meditating on his self-control and his power of will, and is kind of just calming himself down and feeling in control of himself and his surroundings. He is practicing force of will, basically.
Do you try to change anything immediately around you?
What he's trying to do is keep it the way it is. Which does it's basically he's saying this is the way things are and they're not changing. And is just establishing that in a little radius around him.
Make a perception check.
Oh, where the hell are my dice? Okay. There the hell are my dice. Hello, dice. God fucking damn it. That's really low. It's not, it's 3. Yeah.
Ouch.
It would have been a 19, but it hit the edge of my box and bounced back. You know, I have plenty of space. I think I'm going to take them out of the box now.
You, Journey, you focus and you concentrate. And you see that everything inside the tent is still. Like it is outside of time, unable to change. That perception check was very low. So you
Yes, it was.
don't know whether this is a new thing.
Yeah.
You would like to. I feel like Journey would like to think it is an imposition of his will. I would also like you to make a flat charisma check and a Constitution saving throw.
Absolutely. Writing this down. Check. Con save. Okay. Flat charisma check is a 17.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw is a natural 1 for a total of 6.
Not a major.
My God.
Journey, you focus. And you feel your will exerting over this space. You feel it like your strength leaving you, being put into this space that you're cultivating. Like you know that you think that you're succeeding in what you're trying to do, but it's draining, and you have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah, once I feel that he's stopping that, he and just focusing on controlling himself, basically.
Okay.
Just general meditation.
Ellie, eventually the kids leave. Eventually the fairy kids stop playing kickball. Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
I want to see how good Ellie is at kickball.
That's a good question. Let me hold on. My character sheet is not up because my iPad was charging.
I feel like a lot of sports are dexterity.
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be athletics?
Athletics is strength. I don't think it's strength.
Except athletics is the type of thing you would picture being a part of
9.
the sport, isn't it?
For
I
sport,
said
9.
Oh, I said 9.
These fairy kids are dancing circles around Ellie, but they seem to have a very fun time.
Okay,
They seem to really delight in teaching Ellie kickball.
But beautiful.
It's not that Ellie doesn't know how to play kickball, but they do want to teach him anyway.
Good.
Because they are.
He knows Chthon version of kickball.
Yeah, he knows Chthon.
Yeah. He knows Chthon kickball. He doesn't know fairy kickball.
Fairy kickball is just Calvin ball.
Yes.
Yes.
You're so correct.
You're right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Each kid that comes up to you, like the one kid explains kickball to you, and then another kid comes up like a little while later and explains it again and adds a new rule.
And
And
it's like playing
just
Uno with different groups of people.
It's like playing Uno with different groups of people, except that these people are all playing together and they all understand, even if they don't say each other's rules. They all follow them. It's very confusing. But
Wild.
it is fun. Because they seem to be having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The kids disperse and Nellie, you see Willow. It's much. The sky hasn't changed at all. Nothing changes. But Willow is walking back towards the main hill. Arm in arm.
Oh no! As
Sometimes.
soon as we get into view of, as soon as we
Oh.
get anywhere, I put distance between us.
We're gonna do a strength contest
Yes.
Oh, God.
because Benny wants to embarrass you.
I will flip her onto the ground if I have
She's-
to.
She's a little thing.
Okay, hold on. You said strength?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see.
Instagram.
16?
Oh, I got a 15.
Haha.
Oh.
You,
Mhm.
Ellie, make a perception check. It's close enough where and
I'm
Ellie
gonna-
was looking for Willow earlier.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my perception's not great, and I've been rolling interestingly tonight, so. Okay, well, that's a 19.
Ellie doesn't see them arm in arm, but I think Ellie does see Willow shove Bennu off of her, like shove Bennu away.
Beautiful.
And Willow and Bennu are walking up towards the hill.
I think Ellie just blinks for a second, and then, like, does a, like, wave? Like, the fuck?
Oh, hello, Ellie. As you can see, Bennu has come to bother us.
I see. Yeah. Hi, Bennu. What are you doing here?
I've come to bother you.
Have
I
you
see.
seen the witch hazel?
Not recently, or we saw her this morning. She should be
Bennu's
in the
going to
hill.
enroll in the tournament, so we need to find her.
Then I will come with you because I'm also enrolling.
Oh, really?
Yes. I thought I was going to sit this
Everybody's
one out.
enrolling.
Thought I was going to sit this one out. I don't think so.
So
How about Journey?
He's good on the sidelines this time, I think.
Hmm. Well, more for the rest of us.
I'm going to confer with my compatriot.
He's somewhere.
He's
Probably.
he's in the tent. Said he was meditating, I think. He's probably just napping.
All right. Do you need to do that before or after you unroll?
Worried I'll run?
Hmm.
Worried I won't enroll?
I'm just asking.
I'll speak with him before.
You can do whatever you want. I don't care. Ellie, did you want to go get enrolled now?
Sure.
Sounds like you're getting enrolled in school.
Yeah.
I love that we're calling it enrolling.
What should we call it?
I don't know.
Entering?
Entering.
Sure.
Entering?
Sure. I mean, we could also just go together. But he like looks between the two of them.
Well, Bennu's, I assume, can find her own way to the tent. Unless
That one?
she's that lost and needs her handheld. Yes, that one.
Do you want to?
No,
Sounded like you were offering.
I was not.
Well, pity. And Venu takes off. She flaps over towards and lands on top of the tent.
Well, let's go find the witch hazel.
All right. Are you good?
I'm great.
Right.
Insight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And deception from Willow.
I'm down a couple hit points too, so I don't know if Allie notices the bruises.
Well, you're lucky because I didn't roll very well.
My deception was a 12.
My insight was what's insight? Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
My insight was a 9, so you get it past me. You get it past me.
Haha.
Can
There is
I
absolutely
perceive?
nothing unusual about Venu
Willow?
asking if Willow wants to hold her hand.
Totally nothing. Yeah,
Totally,
just
this
goes
is
straight over his
fine.
head. It totally goes straight over his head. He's like, okay. Okay, you say so.
We're gonna do you guys first, and then we'll cut back to Journey.
Okay.
Okay.
I will say, we did speak with her earlier, and
About?
Journey had some questions regarding the tournament, and also, what other the fuck did we talk about?
The tournament, about the gates, and about
The gates.
Nalim.
Yes.
And
about the
dream.
dreams.
And
And the dreams. Yeah. Oh, a little bit about the tournament. Wanted to know more about the gates. Nalim. She gave us some interesting information about the doppelganger dreams. I can tell you about that later.
Seems like you sure found a lot of important information that I was not aware that you were talking to her about.
Journey insisted on going without talking to you, and I followed to supervise. I was gonna try to go get you.
Well, let's go find her.
Yeah, you walk up to the hill, and the hill opens for you. The door it doesn't look like that imposing door that it did the first time that Ellie walked in with Journey. Willow you look at the door that's on the inside of the hill that you know must lead to the Witch Hazel's throne room, whatever it looks like. And it is made of the wood of one of the trees from your home. And there is a flower growing out of it that is from the singing wood. And there is a small and there is a leaf-shaped doorknob. And you both see this door.
Well, this is just the door to the Witch Hazel's.
Yep. You're inside the hill, but this is like there's a bunch of chambers in the hill.
You said this was less imposing than is it like a different door?
It's a different door. So
Okay.
Ellie, remember last time you and Journey saw like the flicker of the large stone doors to the small wooden door?
Yes.
It doesn't do that
Yes.
flickering. It's
Okay.
just
It's
this door, and it's like regular doorway size. It's not.
Gotcha.
The other door that you saw was a little bit smaller.
Mm.
This door is a little bit taller, but like
Gotcha.
not like a regular door height.
A regular fucking door.
It's a regular fucking door.
That's different.
Well, there's the door. I assume she's through there. Yes, I guess you can just go ahead through it and ask her to let you join the tournament. Put your name down.
You're not coming in.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm already in. I don't need to be in again.
I know. Are you gonna go in when Bennu enrolls? Because you're gonna have to explain why she's here.
We'll see. Maybe Jordan can do that.
Okay. I'm not
Jordan
gonna.
seems to be so good at explaining things to my mother anyway.
Sure. mean, you're already here. You might as well come in.
Well, you're a big boy. You're grown up.
I'm fine.
Insight check. With advantage from Ellie.
Thank you.
Because
Okay,
this
so-
is not good.
19.
I'm gonna say that deception from earlier stands, because I don't think Willow
Okay.
has gotten better at hiding it.
What do I
No.
prove? What do I insight exactly? That you're just avoiding?
Yes, I am avoiding Saryu.
Wonderful.
There's definitely probably like some resentment with Journey also.
There's
Yeah.
some resentment with Journey about the fight and about then immediately Journey going and talking
Yeah.
to Saryu and getting all this, like, giving her all this important information without checking in with Willow. Because she's kind of, Willow's in a mood.
Understandable.
So it
Have a
didn't
nice.
help. It just
Nah.
added insult to injury.
I see.
Yeah, there's a lot of complicated emotions about Saryu.
I see.
Ellie picks up on that.
Mm.
There's a lot going on.
He just kind of gives her like a look of mild understanding, like not being able to understand completely what's happening, but knowing that something's going on.
There's also the element of suddenly Benu's here.
Yes,
for some reason.
Yeah, there's suddenly Bennu.
I feel like that's not even. I feel like that's on like the fringes of what Willow is like letting herself feel.
Yeah.
Willow is feeling a lot and trying to feel none of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like avoiding thinking about all of the things.
Are you gonna go back to the tent, or are you gonna
I
wait
can
out
wait.
here? Okay. Do you want to? You want to go not to the tent after this?
We'll find. I don't know.
Okay.
Just go.
Okay.
The day's
Jeez.
not- I mean, I don't know if there's a date, but it's definitely not getting any younger. Go put your
All
name
right,
down before
all
the
right.
tournament starts or whatever.
All right. See you in a minute. And I walk in,
Do you just open
or
the door?
I knock. I
You
knock.
knock?
Yeah.
You knock, and the door opens, and Frog is there.
Ah.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Frog.
Good to see you again.
Yes. Good to
How
see you
long has
too.
it been? I don't know. It's not real.
N-
It's never been
not-
any long.
Not okay. If you say so.
What's time to Frog?
I,
Or to a fairy? I'm missing with you.
fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. Is the witch hazel around?
Oh, hi. She's inside.
May
It's
I?
Master Ellie. Is he? Oh, come right on in.
Okay. I walk in.
Frog is
Does
gonna make
Does Frog see Willow?
Frog is
I'm sort of leaning against the wall next to the door.
Mm.
So, I don't know.
Frog
Once he looks
is
around the corner.
gonna make an insight check. Well, no funny business. I'll be right back. And pats Ellie like on the thigh because that's where he can reach. That's where they can reach. And Ellie, you are allowed into the chamber of the witch hazel.
Cool.
Frog closes the door behind you
Mm-hmm.
and turns to Willow. Hi there.
Hello. Hi. Did you need something?
Yes,
Oh. Well, what?
for you to tell me what's wrong.
There's what? There's nothing wrong. Why would there be anything wrong? What are you talking about? I'm fine. It's great. Everything's fine. What?
No, what is what I asked you?
What?
Ah, well. Would you sit with me, though? You sat with me when we were, over there.
Where?
Oh, the other one. The other place. With the
What?
stars.
Oh, yes. Yes, I suppose we can, sit.
That will make me happy.
Where, where
And Frog closes their eyes. And there's two little, like, moss cushions pop up out of the floor a little ways away. And you see, a skylight opens in the hill.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, you tell me about the stars again.
What about them?
Well, just think about them and tell me about them.
Well,
They were interesting.
I don't remember what I told you already.
We don't have to roleplay this unless you want to
Yeah,
keep doing. You can make a nature check.
a nature check.
Yeah.
I'm good at that. 16.
And make a charisma check.
Okay, that one I'm less good at. Oh, 8.
Make it with advantage.
Okay,
Frog is helping.
11.
You tell Frog all what you know about the stars. You know that you've repeated some of this, but Frog doesn't seem to care. And as you both sort of look up at the skylight, through the skylight, at this sort of purple, blue, weirdly blank sky and fairy, you see small glimmers of light.
Did I
start
just
to
make
appear.
stars?
And it fades as soon as you move on to talking to another like constellation. But as you talk about the constellations and on Chthon, you see them appear for just a brief moment, right in that little piece of sky that you can see with Frog. Ellie, yeah, the witch hazel. You're in the witch hazel's chamber.
Back at it again.
Back at it again.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Does a backflip.
that's like the April Fool's version of this campaign. Silly mode.
Oh my god.
We have to have a silly mode one shot. I'm very excited.
Mm.
Anyway, the room looks different. Which I feel like you can kind of expect because the door was
Yeah,
different.
at this point he's expected. He's like, okay, everything's gonna look different.
There's no chairs. There's not.
Mhm.
There's no chairs this time. There is a it's like sort of a throne, but it's more like it's carved into it's like a recess in the side of the hill
Ooh.
that carves out like a space where the witch hazel can sit.
Ooh.
And it seems that the stone and the roots around it are molded into like the shape of a throne.
Yo.
But it's set into the wall.
Gotcha.
And the witch hazel is sitting there. There is a and actually before her there is what looks to be a small pool with a little lip, but instead of water, it is full of leaves. Full of red and orange and yellow leaves.
Okay.
Ellie. Hello.
Um. Hi. Hello. And he tries to remember the bow that he did with when he was there with Journey.
Oh, you don't have to, please.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, wanted to apologize, sort of, for sore topics earlier. We didn't mean to get so, I don't know what the word is. Tense?
I have been stewing in the memory of my own mistakes and of the danger that my dearest love has been in for apparently 20 years. To have something else more pressing to think about was a bit of a relief. You don't need to apologize.
I see. Um, Good, I guess. Secondly, I've come to, well, enter in your tournament. I know we spoke a lot about about your intentions and goals with this, but I'm good friends with your daughter, and I would like to support her in every effort that I can.
You may have to fight her.
I know.
They shall try to avoid that until it's down only to the autumn champions.
I
Should
know
that
my
be the
own.
case.
I have a feeling that, well, I'd like to say that I could beat Willow, but I don't think that's a wise matchup anyway. I've seen her fight.
I don't know if I would take it kindly if you insinuated that you did.
But yes, that's what I came to do.
Does she still intend on participating as a champion of our court?
I think almost more than anyone here.
Then we have at least two. We have 3 champions. That should be enough to call the tourney.
You might have one more. Some
Oh,
yeah,
one of the
we
courtiers has spoken of wishing to join. I.
sort of.
Ooh,
Well, it's someone who traveled here with us, but went off on her own, but is now here and has been um has agreed to enter on Willow's request.
another friend of
So
my daughter's.
friend is a strong term, I would think. But acquaintance, sure.
To enter the tourney on my daughter's behalf.
Yes, you should be hearing from her shortly. Our other
Very well.
acquaintance.
I suppose after I hear from her, I shall call the tourney. Well, I shall call all of my champions together to discuss whether there's a preference to hold the tournament here or at the court of the Hungry King. It is up to us as the calling court.
I didn't realize that was an option.
Oh yes, many choose, so I've heard, to have their tourneys within their own court, but uh, some wish to hold it before the Hungry King. Often
Huh.
they are overconfident,
I see.
but
Well, then, we await the call of the tourney.
she reaches out and she stands up. She puts a hand on Ellie's shoulder. Thank you, daughter. Thank you, son of my friend.
Of course. What are friends for?
Make an insight check.
Oh,
He who.
Not one.
Not a major. Um.
Well, Ellie doesn't see shit.
Yep. Ellie doesn't see shit. So
She's
he
like,
says,
this is fine.
"Yes, yes. I shall call you shortly."
All right.
And she sits back down.
He gives a nod and heads out, I guess.
Journey, you hear a thud on the roof of the tent.
you damn whippersnappers, get off my property! No,
Welcome back, Emily. We are gonna have Arkin in a little bit. We will.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Journey hearing a thump on the tent, which is clearly not a knock, is kind of gonna be ready for combat as he dashes out.
You see, Benu, leaping down from the top of the tent, where she had kind of awkwardly landed. Hello.
What the dust ridden? What the? How? What? Are you real?
I think so. I wasn't here, and then I was. I can't say I'm not glad of it. I feel better than I did out there.
Hmm. Well, just for the sake of argument, what do I call you?
Knight Benahoof.
Excellent. Okay.
Of King Zagan, right? Yeah. Yeah, I remember shit. I, the
All right,
DM,
well.
remember things about my NPCs.
Yes, you do. Certainly. Do you have any idea how you came to be here, or
It has something to do with your friend.
not? Ah,
She sent me a message, and I was here.
okay. I guess that sort of follows in a kind of spatial weirdness way.
I have no idea how it works.
No, indeed not. Well,
Seems she has better command of it than anyone else.
Well, she was born to it in a sort of way.
Yes.
I
wasn't
guess
she?
I suppose welcome to the Autumn Court.
Oh,
He kind of gestures around.
that's who I'll be representing.
I'm sorry, what? What?
There's a tournament, yes?
Why would you... Did she... What happened?
I take it you're not entering.
No, I'm
You're
very
wise
much
not
not.
to.
Why are you? Journey is concerned and cautious and showing it.
I think there's something to be gained from fighting fairies. And maybe,
Very well.
if I win, I'll have some sway. There's a
I did not...
reward, yes?
Yes, though I urge you to be cautious as unconfirmed deaths stick you here. Do you
As
know
I
the
would imagine.
specifics of the reward, or need I tell you of them?
Refresh my memory. We were a little busy.
Journey blinks and continues. You get, if you win while representing the court of one of the fairies, specifically of this fairy, you get a favor from the 3 other kings and queens, and you get a boon from the Hungry King.
I
A
imagine.
boon is more powerful than favors in general.
I imagine none of them would sever fairy its entire.
I did not hear what that was.
I imagine neither a boon nor a favor would have fairies severed from Chthon entirely.
I am looking at my notes. It was, God, these section of notes are really...
Not real. That's a big ask. Like,
yeah.
It's straight up asking for fairy to, like, go away and never return.
Yeah, no. It was, I think, a boon from the Hungry King might close 1 or 2 of the gates, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if you said that or not.
Yeah, I think maybe the Hungry King could close a gate.
Yeah.
But
I will convey that.
Mm-hmm.
And will also convey that asking for anything too big of the fairy kings is kind of, well, it won't be granted if it's too big, obviously.
And then I'd still be owed and bound to fairy. I think the ear of any higher ups in fairy is worth more to us, perhaps, than boons or favors.
I must admit, this is a change in attitude that I would not have expected from you.
I'm still deciding.
Journey is worried that this is an imposter and is going to try to ascertain that, whether that's true or not. This is me asking to make an insight check, basically.
Sure, yeah.
But in better language. God, what's with these rolls?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That's 9.
Stat block, stat block, stat block. It seems like Venu.
Okay.
I think you do notice that something is different, but I think Journey rationalizes it as fairy is weird.
Yeah. He's feeling tired himself.
Yeah.
He hardly feels normal at the moment.
I figure at least one of us should. Enter.
Perhaps. No, I understood. It carries risks, of course.
Being in fairy carries risks.
So it does.
As does being a knight of hell.
Hmm.
Have you found anything further on the Marquis Amon and their accomplice?
A possible weakness, if construed the correct way, their servant is mad of a very specific type, and we are determining the source of their madness. It is valuable information, and Journey will talk about the attempted resurrection and something from the abyss and a skull with closed eyes. Won't say that he's had dreams of that, because the last time he did that, someone freaked out. But we'll explain where we're learning a little bit about this. And yeah, he's probably, prior to that, he's going to say that he's learned very much that the fairy ally of Marquis Amon has the favor of the Hungry King, because that's important information. Glad.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
What else? What else, if anything else?
Is there a way then to... Perhaps I could... remove the favor of this lord. Well, the favor that the Hungry King has for them.
Journey barely remembers his conversation. He remembers that a boon can end the life of a fairy, but that favors can't. Because that's a big ask. Journey mentions that he's been thinking about what happens if if a fairy is seen to be interfering with the competition in some way. That is a big no-no politically. Not politically, but that connotation. And it's just the seeds of an idea, and right now he doesn't have an idea how to accomplish it.
I'm very good at not being seen. And, apparently, at provocation.
I will, of course, remind you that if you enter into the tournament, you will be center stage for a great deal of time. There's very little in the way of pauses in this tournament.
Well, that's assuming, of course, that I'm playing to win. I haven't quite decided that either.
It is something to consider.
Well, I have decided I'm playing.
Nemo, does Journey know how lethal this tournament is allowed to be / expected to be?
You know that the bouts go until... I'm so sorry that I'm gonna say words from the lesbian necromancer book, but it's like the mercy of the... It's the mercy of the person who you are fighting for. So your associated king or queen will call the bout. Will call for you to surrender, basically, and they can do that at whenever.
Right. So if
Funny little necromancer's mercy.
So if Bennu is fighting someone from the spring court, then at any point, either the spring court or the autumn court can ask their representative to surrender.
Yes. Well, can call surrender. They don't ask the representative to. They call it.
They say my representative surrenders.
They say
my court surrenders.
Yeah, they say
basically.
that court surrenders, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
And they can do it at any time. Again, it is different different rulers have allowed different levels of lethality for different people.
Right.
There are some that are clearly very much favored and are not really allowed to get hurt. And there are some that they will simply run into the ground if it means that they have a chance of winning. It gets rough.
Yeah. Journey will convey this and also convey that his suspicions that the autumn queen is more likely to say that you surrender than to let you approach death. He doesn't say it's a certain, but he says he suspects.
Well, I guess I ought not to approach death. Are there entrants without a court?
Yes, there are. And furthermore, an entrant unaligned with a court or an entrant from a challenging court, should they win, would also get the opportunity to challenge the hosting court for their throne.
A further binding.
A further binding, precisely.
Ugh. It may be better for me to go in alone.
As an independent?
If the Autumn Queen will sabotage me.
Arik does not understand that, and I don't think Journey does.
If the Autumn Queen will not let me fight until I can't anymore.
That's what. Okay. I think Journey would understand this. Arik didn't. Very well. That's certainly a perspective. It is worth considering, though. Of course, you must consider what happens then if you should win, and if you choose to win. And of course, you must understand that different goals are contrary to each other. Which you do nonetheless, but I must remind you, for you have spoken of opposing goals in this conversation.
Well, if there's any place for opposing goals to coincide, it's here. I'm going to find your friend. I have some more questions. Or at least, maybe your friend can show me to this queen.
You are... Does Journey know the way to the Queen?
Yeah. You were there this morning.
Yeah, it's... Journey kind of sighs. It's probably better if you don't go wandering alone. I will show you the way.
Oh! Actually, before... as Venu says that she's gonna find your friend, she starts to take out a message scroll. She has to take out a sending scroll, but then Journey says that he'll lead the way. And she puts it back. All right. You take Bennu down to Saryu's chambers. You see Ellie. I think does Ellie? Yeah, you all meet up outside the quarters.
Ah, hello again.
Oh, everyone's here. Great. Willow?
Am I still with
Yeah,
Frog?
you're with Frog, but you're like outside the door. You're there.
We all just, Ellie walked out, and then you were sitting there with Frog, and then Journey and Benny walked in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I found him.
Ellie, did you
I didn't
finish?
need hand-holding.
yes. You did good. Well, the witch hazel's through there. If you're still up for being in the tournament.
Oh, I'm competing. I haven't decided whether I will compete for this court or not.
Journey is very consciously staring directly at Willow.
Oh, boy.
Willow is very consciously not staring
Yep,
at not looking at Journey.
Yep.
Motherfuckers, I hate you both.
I love them so much. I love this so much.
I knew that was going to happen,
I
and I love it.
I love this. Very
Ellie
arc.
looks between the two of them exasperated.
Very arc rights. Very arc rights.
Hmm.
Bennu looks between the two of you and just looks on a little gleefully.
Ellie looks to her and is just like, God. Like, just in the way of, look, this is what I've been dealing with for the past, half a day. However fucking time works.
And Bennu will roll her eyes very dramatically, and knock on the door. Frog is outside. Frog actually leaps and runs to the door and says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to the Autumn Court. I'm Frog. Pleasure to see you here." Bennu introduces herself.
Talk to yourself, Nemo. Talk to yourself.
Shut up! I am... You may call me Bennu. Pleasure to meet you. Oh God,
You can do this.
the dungeons, the DM problem.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good.
We understand. They talk to each other. Frog basically announces
Frog
Bennu to
announces
them.
Bennu. Bennu goes inside. I'm gonna do part of this conversation because it is important. And none of you know this, but I want everyone to know meta that this has
No.
happened.
Can I listen at the door? Can I attach
Make?
to listen at the door?
Yeah. Bennu's gonna make an insight check.
Oh.
Bennu or Frog?
Bennu.
He.
Make a stealth check.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
What die do I want to use? Let's use that one.
Actually, make a deception check.
Make it. Can it be stealth?
No. Make a
Dang
deception
it.
check.
Okay.
Who is she deceiving?
7. Who am I deceiving?
Bennu walks in.
Who am I lying to?
I
Yourself.
feel like you're trying to hide your intentions.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to hide. I like from the people who are outside. I am not trying to hide that I'm listening at the door.
Oh no, I just think that Bennu could probably intuit that that's what you were going to do. So I think she makes sure. You see Bennu drops like a packet of paper in the doorway. So the door is open a little bit as she goes in. Frog also goes in.
Bennu just takes out a ream of printer paper and puts it there.
Yeah.
It's like make a perception check. See what Bennu's dropped.
Okay.
If you want.
Can
You
I
don't have
also
to,
do
'cause
that?
I've
Since
now
you're not
decided
letting
there's
me
something
listen
there.
at the door.
Oh, I
Not
rolled
yet.
well. God. Yeah, 17 on this useless roll.
It is it's a sheaf of letters. It is a small stack of letters. They are
Do I not?
pretty tattered, but they wedge the door slightly open so you can hear a little bit better.
Huh. So do I get to listen at the door?
Yes, you get to listen to the door.
Okay.
That was all that Jess was concerned about.
Listen, I know, but we have to make it happen. It's
Okay.
fun. Oh no, this is Bennu is paying attention now, and this is not going to be good for Willow.
Oh, okay.
But it is going to be fun for me.
We are glad.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, so Bennu and Frog step into the chamber. And the witch hazel is there. I'm gonna also try to have us wrap up by 8:30.
Okay.
Willow Mommy is just endearing. Endearing more. I lost track.
They went
Yes,
inside. Willow
they're
is
inside.
listening.
Willow is listening. So basically Bennu asks about Bennu asks the rundown of the tournament. Introduces herself. Oh, you are my daughter's other friend who has come to join the tournament. Your daughter.
She knows that. I told her that.
You did tell her, right? You did tell her that. You did tell her that. I forgot that you told her that. Man, you're revealing all those secrets. You're having a rough time. So she doesn't say that because I forget things and shit.
It's okay.
It's been a long week. Bennu doesn't say anything to the accusation that she's Willow's friend. She just kind of keeps going and doesn't say anything to it. I have heard of the reward for the tourney. I have a question. Should a courtless competitor win the tournament, can they announce a champion for the bout for leadership? It has never been done. It is possible. It would likely be a decision for the Hungry King and for the other courts. If that would be allowed, it is the winner's prowess, after all, that is determining their fit for leadership. It is unlikely, but this is fairy. It is not impossible. You are called the Witch Hazel, yes? Yes. You may call me Sorry. Witch Hazel. I have been warned by a compatriot of mine that these bouts are to your mercy if I compete in your name. If I am to compete in the name of the Autumn Court, and not in my own name. She pauses for a really long time. There's a very long pause. And then Sharpin take a breath and thank you for your time, Witch Hazel. I shall compete in my own name. And then Bennu turns and leaves the chamber, very smoothly picking up her sheaf of letters. And she walks right by Willow and Journey and Ellie, and out of the hill.
I give her a look. I am looking at her. And it's not a friendly look.
Bennu is not looking at
it's a
you.
what the fuck look.
Bennu does not look at Willow. Do you follow?
Yes.
Bennu is waiting outside. And now she is looking at Willow.
So I thought you were. What happened? That's not what you said you were going to do.
I changed my mind.
So now you're just competing for fun? So now you have something you do want. So now we are actually competing with each other.
Oh my.
I don't want your mother sabotaging me.
What are you talking about?
Your friend Journey said it's likely that she'll call the bout earlier than I
She
would
can do
like.
that?
You didn't know?
What are you talking about?
Hey, Journey is the one who told her.
She can call the bout? Bennu.
It's to the court's mercy.
Willow turns around and stomps in towards the witch hazel. Does not knock, slams the door open. I am going to win this tournament, and you are not going to call it on me.
The witch hazel stands.
You'll let me finish.
I will not let you get hurt. I will not see you dead when I've just met you.
So now you want to take care of me? I'm winning. You'll let me win.
I won't let you die.
You'll let me win.
She draws herself up. You can hear this. The door is not closed. I will not see you dead. And
I'm
there's something
going-
I can do about it.
I am doing this for you. For our family. You're not going to sabotage me.
What would you do if you win? What would you ask for?
For removal of all barriers that prevent the safe and happy reunion of our family. If you sabotage me, then you stay here, and I go back to Chthon, and we don't see each other again. And I have to tell Onfallen where you are. And they can't do anything about it. And that's on you, because you sabotaged it. There's a chance this way. And you would just throw that away because suddenly now you want to be my mother.
Soryu sits down in her throne. That's too vague.
It's more specific. I'm working on the wording. That's the spirit of it. What does it matter to you?
I don't want to
I
be
will word
trapped
it-
here.
I will word it more specifically to the king. We'll get there when I win.
Willow, I don't want to be trapped here. I don't want to be here anymore. Not if I can go home. I
You
don't
will
think
go
it all
home.
can be done. There must be a leader for the Autumn Court. Willow, if we lose, if someone can challenge, I don't have to be queen. And you won't have to get hurt.
Can you leave if you're not queen? Are you not still bound here?
It is the only thing that holds me. And it holds me very tightly. Everything else could be settled, but
Then why didn't you settle it before you became queen? If it's that easy, why didn't you do it?
it's not. It wasn't.
So it's easy now. It's just somebody else will win the tournament and overthrow your court, and then suddenly it's easy to come home.
That, or you ask and it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, because nothing turns out the way you want it to here. Nothing.
Maybe that's why it doesn't, because you don't think it will. I made stars appear in the sky earlier just by thinking about them. You think you're going to keep losing things, so you do keep losing things. You've lived here for 20 years and you still don't understand the place. I've just got here. And I know it better than you do. I'm going to win because I know that I will, because I believe that I will, and I'll get what I want because I want it. And I know that I'll get it. And this is Fairy.
Yeah, it's a lot of parenting packed into 5 minutes. Yeah, yeah. I am still the Queen of the Autumn Court. And if you compete under our banner, the bout will end when I call.
If you do that, that's it. If you do that, you're giving it up. You're giving up any chance to come home. You understand that, right? You're giving me up again. You're leaving again. You don't know me. You've been away for 20 years and you presume to know anything about what I can do. You have to let me try.
Fine.
I need to be able to go home to Anfallen, if nothing else, and tell them that I did everything I could to bring you home.
You
I
need to be
can't
able
go
to
to
go home
them
to
and
them
tell
at
them
all.
that I will.
I don't know you. We don't know one another. You're right. You're right.
If it's any comfort, I will tell you something about me so that you do know something about me, which is that I don't give up easily, that I have come so far in such a short span of time. I was in the woods for 20 years. I left looking for you, and in the span of just a few months, I've found you. I've been to hell. I'm here in Fairy. I navigate Fairy. I make the stars appear. I've fought cultists turned to beasts. I've had dreams from the boundaries of reality. I've seen temples to forgotten gods. And I've made friends in unexpected places. And I found you despite everything standing between us. So, despite everything that still remains, I will bring you home, but you have to trust me. Do you trust me?
I trust you. Willow. Alanis. You will be very strong. Please. Just don't make me watch you die.
You won't.
Very well. Very well. I must gather all of the competitors for autumn. Your friend, Bennu. She has made her decision?
Apparently.
Good luck to her. The Hungry King is not known for its mercy. I must get Frog to gather the competitors. We must make a
Right.
decision. Frog?
When is the tournament?
Whenever we decide. Frog? She calls Frog in. And Frog gathers. Frog motions Ellie inside and then goes and gets Arkin.
Frog walks through the crowd of very awkwardly standing people outside the door.
Ellie had walked out. Essentially, he had gone upstairs.
Yeah.
He was like, "I don't need to hear that. This is not for me."
Did
So he
Journey
went
stay?
upstairs.
Yeah, Journey is there.
I mean, we're not being
Absolutely.
quiet.
No,
No.
I know,
The
but he
door
was
is wide
like,
open.
"No,
Ellie said,
aware."
I do not want to hear this. I
Yeah,
do
Ellie
not
said-
see it.
Ellie said, "I do not see this. This is for her. This is for her to figure out." So
Yeah, Arkin, Ellie, Willow, and the witch Hazel are in the chamber.
Ellie sidles up next to Willow and gives her hand a squeeze.
Willow squeezes back. Maybe doesn't drop Ellie's hand.
Okay. Cool.
And she's kind of like trembling a little from like all the adrenaline and everything she's feeling,
Okay.
which is a lot.
He just like holds her hand and pushes his shoulder next to hers so that
Give
she has
me a
some
minute. I gotta
semblance.
do some word counting.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
It's really interesting how quickly Journey can go from, okay, it's time to try and make amends, to now I need to rant at Willow again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Ellie will not stay silent this time. He's done with y'all shit.
Okay, I'm gonna insight check Journey. What's Journey thinking about? 16. Not my best.
So the thing is, Journey's outside, right? He's not standing inside the courtroom right now. Courtroom,
Yeah.
whatever. Because he was going to talk to Willow when she came out again, but then, of course, Willow didn't come out again. Willow's just kind of standing there with her mom.
So did Saryu leave?
Saryu called all of
Frog.
us
Not
except for
Journey.
not Journey. Yeah,
Yeah.
except for Journey. Frog got all of the champions together that are fighting for the court. So it's you, me,
Okay.
and Arkin with the witch Hazel in the room.
So she's gathering the champions now. So I wouldn't have
Yes.
walked out of the room.
Don't think so.
Yeah, Arkin is there. Arkin is summoned. Because Arkin has to make this decision with them. Oh man,
Decision.
we're gonna end soon.
It's okay. It's okay. This is really good.
Ernie.
Yeah, he's shown up.
Tournament.
He knows how. Yeah, he's shown up. I don't think Arkin has actually ever been to this part of the tournament because he's never been in the calling court. But yeah.
Yeah, sure hasn't.
Willow, as the Witch Hazel is commencing this meeting, is saying, "Champions of the Autumn Court, we have before us a decision. We may hold the tourney within our own grounds, or we may request it be called at the Court of the Hungry King." Willow, as she's saying this, you hear a voice in your head. And it says, that, which I'm DMing to you, because I like tension.
One sec.
Ah.
I like that we were
Yeah.
going to hear something that none of us could hear, and then we don't get to hear something that one of us will hear.
Yes.
Fear.
Nemo, can I make an insight check?
Yeah, you may. With disadvantage, because it's sending.
Uh-huh.
I want to know what Benu's saying, goddammit.
How do you know it's Benu?
We might not be Benu.
It might not be Benu. I am assuming.
You know, well, you
But
know it.
I am
Praying rather.
Well, you know what happens when
Good
you
God,
assume.
please let it be better.
Please don't say the thing.
Hold on. I'm finding the correct dice.
You got this. Big money, no whammies.
$18 with disadvantage.
Yes.
What are you trying to find out?
Oh.
I'm gonna
Feel
just
free to
DM it
message.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Feel free.
Hell yeah. I love this.
Secrets.
Secrets.
This gives me time to compose what I want to say to Willow.
Oh, you bastard. At some point, Arkin shows up and is there.
Yeah.
He's just kind of there.
Yeah,
I
Frog
think-
comes and gets you.
I think
Oh, okay.
Ellie acknowledges Arkin just appearing next to him, like,
He just nods. Respectfully.
good to see you again.
Likewise.
So, champions.
That's all you get.
Okay.
Champions,
Hmm?
do we have a preference?
I would say here, personally.
Everyone make a perception check.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what dice are working today. They're all so fucked.
Well, that's not great.
Does that include me?
Yes.
You said
my-
perception?
A what
my-
check?
Perception.
Perception? Oh, my dice are so fucked today.
13.
5.
Hold on. I'm getting there. Give me a moment.
Ellie's
But
distracted.
remember, my passive is 20.
Your passive is
That fell. Oh, that sucks. It fell off and onto my shorts and bounced there, but it doesn't count, and I wish it counted because it was in that 20.
down.
I really wanted it to count.
Roll again.
That's not bad. That's a synthetic 20.
Synthetic.
Journey, you hear the flapping of wings, and Willow, you feel the thud of someone landing on the hill. Journey, you see Bennu come into the hill. She very theatrically rolls her eyes at you, and without knocking, opens the door and walks in.
Oh,
Everyone's-
fuck.
Oh,
I'm for
huh?
Autumn. She doesn't look at the witch hazel, she's just looking at Willow.
Wait, what does she say?
I'm for Autumn.
I am for Autumn? Oh, jeez. She changed her mind again? Dear Lord.
Love her. Queen.
Maybe she never changed her mind at all. You don't know what's going on with her. She's got schemes.
She sure does.
Yep. And so do I. The witch hazel begins again, a little taken aback.
Miffed.
Exasperated.
Yeah.
Let me finish my goddamn speech. It's like 3 words long.
You dramatic bastards.
You know what? Fuck it. She's gonna make an insight check. Good God. Good God.
Palpable.
Mom said, "What's up with this bird?"
What's up with this bird girl?
Actually, no, Journey also wants to know what the fuck is going on, because he heard the whole I'm being independent and now is hearing I'm for Autumn.
Yeah. Make an insight check.
Can I
With disadvantage.
make another
With
insight
disadvantage.
another
That's-
insight check?
Yes, once we resolve Journey and Saryu's.
It's a 15 insight.
You're not like 100% sure what's going on with Bennu, but you know it has something to do with Willow. Because like she was like only talking about Willow.
Oh.
And I don't know what Journey thinks about that because they weren't getting along.
No,
They
they
weren't getting along at all, and the fact that Bennu is showing this much interest apparently now in what Willow is doing is
Yeah. I mean,
probably a little concerning.
Bennu was making an effort to be polite before, and Journey clocked that. But this is a level of investment that he didn't see before.
Yeah. It sure is.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Saryu looks at Bennu looking at Willow.
Can I insight Bennu?
Yes.
Now that she's in the room.
Insight Bennu. Insight Bennu.
27.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Read her like a book.
There's a lot going on for Bennu. Actually. She had been kind of like just thrust into Fairy without a lot of warning. And had been floundering. Had genuinely at points thought she was going to just die and be eaten. And Willow is fun to be around. You get that she likes bickering with Willow. That she tries there are things that she tries to hide about herself, but she does like people. She is gregarious. She tries to be sarcastic about it, but she does like to hang out with people, and Willow is a fun person to be around, if mostly because it's fun to rile her up and it's pretty easy. The dislike is a veneer. Willow can see it very clearly. Bennu does enjoy her company, and is doing this because Willow asked from a very vulnerable place. And she's willing to meet her there.
Willow sees all this and just like looks at Bennu and silently mouths thank you.
Bennu rolls her eyes very dramatically and looks to the witch hazel. I need to get to the Hungry Court. So that's where my vote is.
I have little preference for what it's worth.
This is some semblance of democracy in Fairyale. That can be overruled.
I mean, is there any strategic advantage to the Hungry Court or here?
No.
I mean, I figured that would be the safer bet.
The Hungry Court is dangerous. It does being further from this is where they get the phrase home court advantage. Being further from the heart of my court means that should things go wrong, it might be a little safer, but it is dangerous to go to the court of the Hungry King, but it shows pride. It shows
It could show arrogance.
arrogance, but
Confidence.
yes.
Let's do there then. I'm with Bennu. Hungry Court.
Ellie?
I
feel like Arkan exchanges a look with Ellie.
yeah, we're like, what the fuck's going on?
Arkan's like, this is way more melodrama than I signed up for.
It's just here.
I stand with Willow then.
Frog?
So, what's one more risk?
Please. Yes. Yes, Journey does. Frog, please. Send a message to the Hungry King of Fairyland. We are calling attorney at its court. And that is where we will end for tonight.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
God.
Oh my god.
I could go for another hour.
I could also keep going.
Oh my god.
I'm good.
I'm
Let's-
getting up really early tomorrow. So
Okay.
Oh yeah, you
let's
clowns
say
have
goodnight,
classes.
Twitch, and then we will screech.
Good night,
Good night, Twitch.
Good night, Twitch.
Right.